A thrilling comeback is underway. Marc Marquez narrowly fends off Marco Bezzecchi to claim victory at Misano. The first real shot at the championship title will come in Japan, where the fierce rivalry between 93 Marquez and 72 Bezzecchi will take centre stage at the San Marino Grand Prix. Before the race even began, drama struck for Jorge Martin, Aprilia Racing, when his RSGP bike developed a problem during the sighting lap. This forced him to start the warm-up lap from the pit lane, then return to his original grid position, only to face 2 long lap penalties later in the race, an early setback that complicated his day. As the race kicked off, Bezzecchi seized the lead from the start, holding on to P1 just like he did in the Tissot Sprint. Meanwhile, Marc Marquez, Ducati Lenovo team, made an explosive start, quickly closing in on Bezzecchi from second place. Alex Marquez and Fabio Quartararo, Monster Energy Yamaha MotoGP, settled into third and fourth positions, respectively. The early laps were chaotic, with 3 riders crashing out almost immediately. Johan Zarco, Castrol Honda LCR, and Joan Mir, Honda HRC Castrol, both went down at turn 4 on the very first lap, while Ayagura, Trackhouse MotoGP team, crashed in Sector 3 on lap 3. Then, on lap 5, Maverick Viñales, Red Bull KTM Tech 3, was forced to retire, as Pedro Acosta, Red Bull KTM Factory Racing, began to make waves in 5th place. By lap 6, the top 3, Bezzecchi, Marc Marquez, and Alex Marquez, had pulled a 1.5 second gap over Acosta, who had just overtaken Quartararo at turn 8. However, Acosta's promising run was cut short a few laps later when his KTM RC16 suffered a chain failure heading into turn 8, the same mechanical issue that had plagued teammate Brad Binder on Friday. Another major contender, Francesco Bagnaia, Ducati Lenovo team, crashed out at turn 10 while running 7th, ending what had been a frustrating weekend for the Italian star. The turning point came when Bezzecchi made a small error at turn 8 on lap 10, running wide and allowing Marquez to slip past and take the lead for the first time on lap 12. From there, the battle intensified. By lap 17, the gap between Marquez and Bezzecchi was a razor-thin 0.2 seconds, with Alex Marquez trailing about a second behind in third. But by lap 20, Alex had fallen back to 2 seconds, making it clear the fight for the win was between the 2 front-runners. Lap 21 saw Marquez set the fastest lap of the race, extending his lead to nearly half a second, a clear message that he was not backing down. Bezzecchi responded immediately, shaving a tiny 0.010 seconds off the next lap, showing he was digging deep to stay in contention. With just 4 laps remaining, Marquez stretched his advantage to 0.6 seconds, but Bezzecchi fired back with the fastest lap of the entire race, cutting the gap by 0.3 seconds. Was the Italian saving his best for the final laps? Possibly. Yet Marquez, a 6-time MotoGP world champion, answered with another blistering lap, pushing the lead back out to half a second. The final lap was a nail-biter. The gap stood at 0.415 seconds, with Bezzecchi posting his personal best lap of the race. Despite his incredible effort, it wasn't quite enough. Marquez held firm, overcoming the disappointment of his sprint crash earlier in the weekend, to secure a vital 25 points. Bezzecchi's relentless pressure in the latter half of the race was impressive, but the top 2 riders were clearly in a league of their own. Alex Marquez rounded out the podium, giving Gresini Racing a special home soil finish, 7.7 seconds behind the leaders. Looking further down the order, Franco Morbidelli, Patamina Enduro VR46 Racing Team, edged out teammate Fabio Di Gianantonio to finish 4th and 5th, respectively, while rookie Fermin Aldeguer, BK8 Gresini Racing MotoGP, put in a solid performance to claim 6th. Luca Marini, Honda HRC Castrol, continued his strong form on home turf, finishing 7th ahead of Quartararo, Miguel Oliveira, Prima Pramac Yamaha MotoGP, and Brad Binder, who completed the top 10. Raul Fernandez Trackhouse MotoGP team finished 11th, with Jack Miller Prima Pramac Yamaha MotoGP in 12th, followed by Jorge Martin in 13th. Augusto Fernandez Yamaha Factory Racing Team and Thailand's Somkiat Chantra Idemitsu Honda LCR rounded out the points in 14th and 15th places, and now all eyes turn to Japan. At Motegi, Marc Marquez will have his first real chance to clinch the championship title. The question on everyone's mind: will the number 93 finally be crowned MotoGP World Champion next time out? The stage is set and the countdown has begun. But here's where it gets controversial. Some argue that Marquez's dominance this season is overshadowing the incredible efforts of riders like Bezzecchi and Alex Marquez. Is the championship becoming too predictable? Or is this just the mark of a true champion rising to the occasion? What do you think? Share your thoughts and join the debate below. For full San Marino GP results, visit https://motogp.com/2025/RSM/MotoGP race classification.